Okay, next morning. First thing we do, have a look at it. You can see now it's very foamy. That's very active yeast in there. And this guy's good. It's just I'm gonna feed it. And you can see that the liquid is clear. I have another one I can show you. Just for comparison. See how dark that is? That means it's hungry. This means it's not hungry. Oops. See the color? It's fine. It's been fed. It's happy. Darker it is, it's starving. It needs some food. But I'm not feeding it right now. I'm making English muffins. All right. So I'll just put it back in the fridge. It'll last like that for a long time, like I said. All right, so as you can see, it's very loose and sloppy, and that is not going to work for what we want our English muffins to be. And I said it yesterday, I believe, we have to put some more flour in it. So we got a whole cup of flour. Sansa's come to help. Every time I start talking, Sansa's going to come over and try and figure out what's going on. She likes it when I cook because I drop things. All right. Get that out of the bowl. And actually, I'll show you a trick. If your hand is wet, it doesn't stick. You can also use a spatula, which I may just do just to get the rest of that out. No, it's not. There's not much in there. I'll just do it with my hand. Beautiful. Okay, good enough. Now, I want to incorporate this flour into it. All we really got to do is roll it around a bit and recollect it. Get it in there. That's just the cup, so we've got another cup standing by, which we'll probably need some of for this and some of for later. I'm not sure. No, we use cornmeal so it doesn't stick, so I don't know. We'll see what we get here. I've only made these once before and I really like them. They were just like the ones you get in the store, except for mine were a little misshapen because, which I'll show you later. Well, that's probably what we need a bit of flour for. Is rolling this out. When you roll it out, you can roll it out about 1/2 inch. And another cup of flour here. If it sticks to the board and then you cut out your circles, then your circles are all ovals and weird shapes like that. So we try not to do that. I just fold everything towards the center. Put some flour on it. Do it again. When you're doing sourdough bread, you do this kind of thing to make the loaf stand up. You push it outside underneath it to make a barrier, like a stretched end. But you only do that to get it to the point where you can fold it again. And that builds up more gluten. Now we're kind of doing that right now, but this is a different outcome. We're going to get bubbly muffins out of it, right? Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to work in the baking soda. So we should do that. I should have done that first, actually. Yeah, I should have done that first, but it'll work out. I should probably put the salt in too now. Now this salt is, like I said, the pink Himalayan sea salt. And, or, yeah, we'll call it that. It took me forever to grind that up because I don't have any fine grind sea salt. The reason I chose that is because I didn't want to use iodized salt because it can affect the sourdough. So I chose to use some nice mineralized salt. which the minerals are already in it from the earth. Okay. Now it's starting to stiffen. Yeah, lots of this kind of kneading. Knead it for, I don't know, 5 minutes. Knead it, knead it, knead it. Do this more. Oh, look at that. It's still, I think we're going to take this whole cup. Oops. Especially if I drop it all on the floor. Fold and fold. It's like a shirt that'll never fold. Yeah, now it's starting to get raggy again. It's getting there. I'm just going to use all of that. And that's pretty much our monster right there. That's going to be good stuff right there. Whew. Can't wait. We don't need bread. Yeah, but you got to knead our bread. So you can do a kneadless bread that you don't need at all. We could do that. Those are fun. See how I do that and scoop it underneath? That'll hold up like that and you can proof it. Say I was making a sourdough loaf, but I'm not. In the sourdough, one thing that's in the sourdough loaf, the only thing you add after that is salt the next day. We'll be doing some sourdough for sure. Okay, this stuff should be ready to go. Well, I gotta roll it out now. That's it. So about a 1/2 inch. And it doesn't matter if it's a little bit thick or a little bit thin. Just get it close. What's that in metric? Like, it's funny because I use metric, but for measurements I don't because I'm a carpenter. Which sounds wrong, but anyway. Metric makes more sense. So an inch is 2.6 centimeters or something like that. So 1.3 is 1/2 inch. Does that sound right? Yeah, 13 mil. That's about right. So I know that from wrench and sockets. 13 mil is about a half. It's somewhere between 12 and 13, but usually the 13 works. And if you lose your 10, you find your 3/8. And it might work. It might. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes it works one way and not the other. Sometimes the 10 will work on the 3/8, but the 3/8 won't work on the 10. Okay, it doesn't have to be square. I'm being silly here. Get it something like that. I think what I want to do, because the last ones I kind of wrecked. This is not sticking. That's good. A good sign. I might just let it rest a minute. What am I going to cut these with? Probably a ring, hey? Yeah. Where's a ring from a... That's probably about the right size. Take a canning ring, wide mouth mason. And what we're going to want is flour on it. Now this isn't stuck, right? You never want it to be stuck or you'll just, like I said, you'll get the terrible shape on your final product. Okay, I think that's going to work out. Now, we're going to want some wax paper. Where I got some wax. That wax? No, that's aluminum. I don't got wax? Oh, come on. Okay, I think we got a piece of parchment here. Okay, we use parchment. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Since I'm going to feed this again, I'm going to put it to the side for now. I'll feed that and put it back in the fridge. Now you take your parchment or your wax paper. When they get empty, they get hard to cut. I usually put it down that way. Now, I might as well start cutting up here. Straight in, do a little scoot, turn it, twist it. That one's free. Get right up next to it, do it again. And what you're going to want is cornmeal. You don't use much cornmeal. And when these are ready to pop out, place them nicely. Just like that. When we're done cutting these ones, we'll fold all this extra bit together and do it again. That one's a little off. Okay. Stop doing it. This one's going to be silly. But anyway, doesn't matter. Wait an hour. Leave them sitting here for an hour. 9 o'clock now. So 10 o'clock we'll be back. Do some more.